All right, what up, y'all? Top of the morning. So this shit got the internet going nuts, like Mike Jones would say. Wacks Badge, a couple days ago, he was talking to Snoopy or somebody online. We did the Adam and Wax show yesterday, so I guess he said he was buying fertilizer for his yard or something, and it was all a play. He did it on purpose. He did it to get a reaction, you know. He said to him to control the algorithm. It's so funny how I'm a little older too, but just how older people refer to the internet, and I probably say weird shit too that the youngsters are like, what? So yeah, let's get into it. I guess before they did Adam and Wack yesterday, Wack popped in on the news. This obviously was the subject of conversation, so I wasn't in there for this. We were waiting out front to get started because Adam was doing something. So let's see how this went.
Everybody on the wall. You look the part. You look like that guy they call N.O. Get on the wall. Everybody on the wall.
Man, everybody and their mama hit me up, man. That nigga, hey, I been telling you, Remo, that Wack100's, man.
See, here go the thing, right? When they hate, and I'm gonna tell all my whoever the ops are, I don't know y'all. When the hate starts to cloud your judgment,
I don't know them.
You can't think. And when you can't think, you can't win. Now,
it's funny, Wax, either I got the content or I don't even know them.
It's known I got a criminal record, right?
Yeah.
Right there tell you, I could never be law enforcement. My criminal record was so they shot my son down because he was my son.
He was trying to be a cop.
He had went to the police academy.
Yeah.
But, you know, now he might because I'm expunged now.
Yeah.
But, you know, at the end of the day, it's a lot of good game out there, and some of y'all need to understand it and figure it out. Now, I'm one of those guys that I'm going to do what I got to do to stay ahead of it. Now, I got a $5,000 bet for anybody who wants to bet me about the badge. Do I have a badge in my wallet? Yes, I do. What kind of badge it is, that's the bet.
Did you purposely show the badge on that live?
With
Snoopy?
Kind of short, because I wanted to see. It shot the video up 40,000.
I mean, it's crazy. It's like, you know, people that, and this used to be a scam. There's like a whole documentary about it. You get the telemarketers, or you buy like the little local police badge, or you have like a store and you put the little police badge on the window, and it's like these little paper flyers or these stickers. And these people, it's crazy documentary. The cops are only getting like 20 cents, 15 cents because they charge so much for like the labor and all this and all the crazy stuff. But then it's some cop that's like getting paid backdoor from it all. It's a crazy hustle, and people think, oh, I got the little cop sticker, it'll help. Let's hear a little more what he got to say about the badge, but I know exactly where the badge came from. I can show you where you guys can get one. Let's just see what he got to say first.
8 minutes, it's crazy. So now I'm seeing if you feed the people poison, they'll drink more poison than water.
Yeah.
For some reason. Like if you that's like Ant's an ex-convict. He gonna see it, he gonna be like,
Yeah, and what you thought when you see
Ant gonna be like, this nigga done been in the pen.
I was right here at No Jumper with them when when Adam pulled it up. And for me, like, I just looked, I said it's some shit off the top. I'm like, man, it's a play. I said, look.
Me and Ant were the two that said it was
I really
fake.
didn't
We
even give
knew.
it like no liberty. I looked at it and I was like, kind of like went back to whatever I was doing, rolling the blunt or smoking, because I'm like, man, Wack on some he right here with Snoopy Badazz. He already know people be saying he the police. He flapped his wallet open. Yeah. Let it flash a little bit, then let it hang a little bit, then like, hold on. I'm like, yeah, it's some
Yeah. Let's be honest. Wack is no threat to the Academy Awards. He's not winning no Oscars anytime soon.
Hey,
You
no,
feel me?
listen,
Like,
bro. Listen.
We saw through that.
Listen,
knew
bro.
it was
But
some
what I
bullshit.
do see is
Just crazy. So this is what we came to, acting like you're a cop or flashing a badge. Yeah, just those little games just don't really make sense to me. Like, find something better to do, find something else to do that could level up. But like, you seen how much hate 600 got for it, so you wanted to double down on it too, and now both y'all. I mean, it's just a trip. I mean, I guess you want people to talk, you want them to say whatever. Shit's a trip for sure.
that, like, it's easier to get them to hate you and be successful than to love you and be successful.
Who's running the switcher? Because somebody should have been on Wack right now. You're just leaving it on Lushy and fucking Remo. Sometimes I'll do this. Sometimes like I'll get a text or something and I'll look. And I usually try to stay on it. And now it's like playing an instrument, so I can kind of do it while I'm multitasking. But every once in a while, I'll feel like, oh shit. And you got to be on that switcher, man.
Successful. You're going to get there faster making them hate you. And you don't even be trying to make them hate you. All you got to do is keep winning that shit. The more you win, he's going to hate you. And because they're going to talk about you, it's going to drive to success.
Yeah, now you definitely know how to work the algorithm.
Yeah, that shit was bothering me, just not on Wack talking. Like, at least have it on the wide. I don't know who's running it. Josh, Steven, Nathan. I normally don't do the news. I do the shows and all the interviews for the most part.
I'm like, this Wack a bud. I'm like, yeah. When I seen it, I was like, what the
Yeah.
Then I'm just knowing Wack. I'm like, oh yeah, this genius. I'm like, this. Cause you know, every street hit me up. Man, I've been telling you this.
As soon as I walked in, nephew, you asked me, I gave it to I tossed you the wallet.
I just want to say it once more. I appreciate Adam letting me double down and react to all this stuff, because since I react to the clips and they edit out all the cuss words, just saves me so much of a headache I would even worry about it. I would just put the shit out. But I guess once I get to 1,000 subs and I could start getting a little change off of it, then maybe I would be a little more worried about it.
You know, niggas know when a wallet had been in the pocket 5-10 years, you can look at the wallet. Indentation of the cards. The wallet, for people that know me, they know what it is.
So that's no like honorary grid program, like badge or nothing like that.
You can't get that from nothing. You can't get that from none of that. That comes from having to know somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So those people that know and they smart, they can just Google. All you got to do is Google the possibilities. Like Wax or ex-con, he ain't passing no background checks. It's just not gonna happen, right? Now I don't know what they do with informants. I ain't never.
But for Wack to this is why I obviously he's not a cop, bro. I've been around the dude. I've seen him. Obviously not. People like to play this game because he's super into all this shit. But on his clubhouse, he has a whole fucking slew of fucking soldiers out there looking shit up, doing shit. All got their own little angles, whatever the case may be. But say if Wack was a cop, just say he was. Like, he would have to produce cases. Somebody would have to get busted. Something would happen. And you would see him go around people, and then something would happen. And maybe you get away with it once or twice, but eventually it's going to be a track record. And then he's going to have to testify, all that stuff. They might be able to clear the courtroom, just have him go, but it's going to be a lot of weird actions, and just, you'll notice. But the main thing is, if this dude was an informant or a cop or anything, he would have to, like, produce cases. Like, they're not just going to let him be an informant and then not get any cases out of him. Like, that's why they have informants and all that shit, is so they can put them to work and build a case. They're not just going to have some dude running around, being an informant, telling about drama that nothing really ever happens from. That's, you know, it just has to make sense. Like, there has to be some kind of action involved in it.
I know informants, they try to, like, keep them under the radar. I can't see it. I don't know if they give informants a badge. Maybe they give them a code name or something. That just wouldn't make sense, because you go to the hood somewhere and they pat your ass down, your ass in trouble. Yeah, I think by now the streets would have had discovered an informant's badge.
No, and I mean, to get a badge, you have to, like, go through the police academy. Like, you probably get that after you graduate. Like, you know, when you graduate high school, you get your diploma. When you graduate the police academy, they probably give you the badge, and that number on your badge is probably like your work number that's associated. Like, I worked at Starbucks for like 5 years, a long ass time ago. I was making more money on the side a month than I was making a whole year at Starbucks, but I had my first 2 kids off Starbucks insurance. Damn, I totally just blanked on what I was saying, trying to, like, multitask in my brain, and damn, dude, what the hell was I just saying? All right, if I remember, we'll get back to it. Let's keep it moving.
I've never heard of it.
Let me ask you this, though, Wack. Even though, you know, you equipped for this internet, do it you a little bit when everybody be trying to throw this cop narrative and
No, you just... not at all. But see, the cop narrative keeps them talking.
Yeah.
See, the internet and the algorithm is driven by how much they're going to talk or type your name. I am very secure within myself with who I am.
Oh,
you get what I'm saying? Now, if I was, like, trying to be a gangbanger and trying to get a name on that level, yeah, but I'm...
Yeah, I was going to say, bro, Wack's a manager, passport, traveling the world, doing legal business. it doesn't affect him one bit. But now, like you said, if he was trying to be out here fucking thugging and doing all kinds of crazy shit, then that's the last thing you want. Because people are going to look at you sideways, plus you're out here doing shit. It just ain't going to be good for you. But if you're living a normal life, like, fuck it, say it. Like, if people start saying that about me, like, I wouldn't give a fuck. Like, fuck it, bro. Like you said, if they're talking about you, let them talk. But for them to say that about you, you kind of got to, like, involve yourself in some politics and push it. So then you get some, like, anti-hate coming back towards you, I think. Because it's like a whole, like, political game plan, you know? Like how the fucking governors and the presidents do it. These YouTubers, you know, do the same fucking false narrative, spread lies, this or that. It's like everybody could go get the same paperwork, but if someone hates you, they can read it one way, and if someone likes you, they can read it one way. You know, like, just make it make sense.
I'm trying to, you guys, believe it or not, I'm going to tell y'all what y'all doing for me. They're going to have a hard time giving me a gang enhancement. Because everybody says Wack's not a gang. Wack tells you he's not a gangbanger.
All right, so pretty much I don't know how we went from the badge to Wack talking about gang shit and signing people and fuck. I don't even know how he diverted right back there. I'm going to have to watch it when I go through editing it. But pretty much, let's wrap this up. If you guys want to get your very own Police Brothers badge, they got one right here on eBay. This is it right here. This is exactly what Wack got. Police Officer's Brother. For $89.99, you guys can have your very own rare, genuine Los Angeles Police LAPD Brother driver's license ID holder CHP LASD wallet badge. Does it say when this thing was made? I mean, they're probably all the same. Oh, cosplay. I mean, that fucking shit looks real. I don't know what a real badge really looks like, but, bro, if I seen someone walk through the door with that on their neck, I'd be like, oh, shit, you something. But pretty much, like, you know how they have, like, the websites? Like, if you're a post office worker or a police officer, like, they have supply websites that to order from them, you got to have, like, your... I mean, probably for this police site, you probably gotta have like your badge number or something, but somehow they have to track it back to your company so people just can't be ordering authentic stuff and acting like they're the police or a USPS worker or whatever. There's probably a lot of companies that have these like their business through these websites or like their company. Like you could probably get like a LAPD you could probably get like a LAPD uniform from one of these sites, but you gotta have your credentials. Yeah, there you go. Your credentials. But so pretty much they sell them. Wack was saying that the officer could only have like 10 allowed, and he was one of the people picked to get it. He said yesterday on the Wack show that his daughter's friend's dad or uncle gave it to him at the graduation party. He even called his daughter. She called in. That's pretty much what they said. But yeah, so it's pretty much like here, I think you can buy as many as you want, and I don't think it's leaked to the officer. It's pretty much just saying, like, hey, I gave this gift to someone that I care about, and if you can give leniency on them. But that's going to get into a whole nother topic. So pretty much I checked with ChatGPT to see what it would say, and this is where it gets a little tricky and Mickey, dude. Like, I guess anybody's going to want help on their side and a little bit of favors, I guess. But if you're, like, picking and choosing, and it's like, oh, this guy's related to an officer, so... I got to be lenient and let him go. But so now I got to get my tickets or I got to generate whatever I got to generate. I'm going to go pick on these other people and not give any of them leniency when the crime that the person that had the little badge or the little fucking credential from their police officer friend, I let them go. Their crime's worse or traffic violation or whatever the case may be could be worse than the other person that should probably honestly get a warning, but you end up giving them a ticket because you can't just be pulling people over all day and letting them go. See, that's where it gets a little weird. Privileges and help, like, everybody should get that. How is someone only related to the police officer going to get that? That's just, I don't know. And it's because, we don't want the police officers, they want to respect each other's family members and friends. And I don't know. Personally, I think you're going to be a police officer. You either be nice to everybody or an asshole to everybody. Like, you don't be picking and choosing because... it's going to start getting really wishy-washy, and that's a slippery slope if you're fucking picking and choosing. So I asked ChatGPT, what's the benefits of a Police Brothers badge? A Police Brothers badge typically refers to an informal term or symbolic concept rather than an official program, but depending on the context, it can represent fraternal protection. So that pretty much means like what it means. Cops look out for other cops' family members. I was just saying that. Benefit. If you get pulled over on a minor legal issue and you're known to be the brother of a cop, officers might be more lenient. See, that's like just what I was saying. What if you let this guy go and he was going 30 miles over the speed limit, but then you want to give a guy a ticket for going 10 miles over the speed limit? I don't know. I'm not really cool with that, to be straight up. Like, you can't be picking and choosing, especially if you have a quota to make and now your network privileges. If your sibling's a cop, they may introduce you to police unions, departments, or other. But that's not, the police brother badge ain't going to get you there. That's just hanging out with them. Your brother's going to a barbecue with his friends and they're all cops and you go with them. You're going to be like part of the family to them. Perceived immunity. Some people believe having a close family tie to law enforcement grants unofficial get out of jail free. Maybe if your brother or family member or dad's the captain or the fucking head honcho, but if he's just a regular dude on patrol, I don't see him doing shit. Community respect, street cred, and some. Oh yeah, this one was interesting. What it means in certain communities, having a family member in law enforcement might offer a level of respect or protection depending on your role in the streets. Flip side, in some areas, especially gang-heavy regions, it can paint a target on your back. See, this is something I've always tripped on. If you really want to be a gangster and you really want to be fucking Tony Montana or El Chapo, they all start working with the cops at some point. They all do. So at some point, if you want to get big enough, you got to be a snitch. I mean, I guess if you're like drug dealing or a hustler, I mean, if you want to be a gangster and pretty much be like a serial killer, like King Von and some of these like Bloodhound Little Jeff, like these guys weren't just out protecting themselves. They were like going out to find people. And that's pretty much, you're just a hood serial killer at that point. But yeah, I mean, all gangsters, whatever, you start making money, you want to level up, like at some point, you start working with the police. Even if the cop you were working with was crooked, still working with a cop. Because say like El Chapo and all these people, are they going to go to war and shoot them out, boom, boom, bang, bang with the enemies? Or if they can just send the federales that are on their side, bust him, throw his ass in jail like he's out the way. So, is that snitching if you're that big high profile and you're just taking your enemy out? Instead of killing him, you just throw him away in jail? See, I don't know, but there definitely levels to this shit. And that's what I always tripped out on, because once you get super big, you're going to be working with the police at some point. And just, I mean, even like back in New York when they were like paying the fucking beat cops off. Is that working with the cops? I mean, you're working with the cops, and then they're going to do favors for you or do stuff that you want, so... I mean, I guess snitching's only when you get on the stand and you send someone away. Come on, make it make sense. So access to inside info. This is the one thing that could like really be beneficial from it, but I've heard that, say if you want a cop, say your brother was a cop and you want him to look up a name for you. You're trying to get some dude's address or do some research on him. That system knows that cop looked that person up. So if he's just sitting at his desk, searching names, searching people like ex-girlfriends and fucking... Like, cause imagine if like you were fucking with the shits and you're trying to track somebody down and you had a cop that could just go searching. I mean, the cop could probably make money off that. Kind of like same with the DMV people. But I bet you all these systems have like safety checks somehow. Like, say you go looking me up and you didn't pull me over or anything. There's probably going to be like tie that you looked me up from your computer and the sign in from your account, you know? So just in case shady shit's happening or whatever, I'm sure they got some kind of like safety net for that. So your siblings might give you tips to insight how law enforcement's watching certain neighborhoods, where checkpoints or raids might happen, whether your name is coming up in investigation. Yeah, I mean, but that would be more like your neighborhood. I mean, if you all grew up in the neighborhood and then your brother became a cop working that neighborhood because he wanted to make the neighborhood a better place, yeah, I could see some shit like that happening. But that'd be tricky and Mickey, because once the cops find out that you're being more loyal to your brother that's a fucking gang member or fucking whatever the hell he's doing and they're going after him, they're just going to start looking at you sideways. Pretty much that's my 2 cents. Chat GPT 2 cents. Showed you where you get the badge. One more time, if you really want one, go order your own right here on eBay, $89.99. Tell them Besco sent you. They will not give you a discount. Yeah, but with that, bro, let me know what you like, what you don't like. Please please like, subscribe, all that shit. I need to get a better outro and intro, that's for sure, because I kind of just wing it and just kind of say whatever the hell comes to mind. but I definitely got to get a better intro and outro. So with that, I fuck with y'all. Thanks for fucking with me. Later.